Hi, it's David from Life with Parkinson's. If you're new here, welcome. We hope you'll consider subscribing, and also feel free to check out our website at lifewithparkinsons.ca for more information about this channel and our sponsors. For everybody else, thank you for keeping up with all of our videos. And thank you for your encouraging comments during this little break. I really did need a small rest, and I am just excited to get back at it and share Parkinson's disease and Parkinson's life with you guys. In today's episode, we discuss what it's like to be trapped inside this body. Get me out of here! What Haley and I joke about sometimes is that if one of us is going to the store, we'll say, if you see a new body at a 2-for-1 sale, pick me one up because I'm done with this one. Come on, what's it going to take to get out of here? Near the end of the video, I have a question for you guys, and the upcoming content will help you answer that. So I'm really excited to see what you guys have to say. Sometimes I feel I'm just losing control. May 28th, 2024 will mark 7 years, 7 long years since my Parkinson's diagnosis. So I'm about 6.5 years into it right now. And being at this stage is really interesting and also very annoying. I was told around this time, maybe more like the 8 to 10 year mark, that the levodopa carbidopa, the L-dopa that I take, would become less effective, and I would likely need more or some sort of other therapy or drug to kind of help make up the difference. Basically because the L-dopa never really gave me the snappy punch that they expected. So it's kind of always been a little bit less effective than anticipated. And, I want to take more because I feel that I need it. Recently I had to give up my rescue medication, my dopamine agonist, and that's been really hard to deal with. So getting to this point where I want to take more medication, I don't really want to take more because I'm kind of on the edge of dyskinesia, and also some of the other symptoms, especially the dystonia, is very painful. And a new symptom, it's always exciting when there's a new symptom come up. I can contact all my friends and family and say, guess what happened to me today? My jaw got super duper tight and it just clenched right up and it was hard to talk, and the only way to help it was to rub these two nerves right back at the chin bone. And oh my gosh, it hurts so bad when your jaw clenches up like that. It's just that there isn't a lot of ways to relieve that jaw clench, and thankfully Haley does help me rub this one little spot where that nerve kind of comes out, and that's really the only thing that helps. And it's just, it lasts as long as it wants to, right? I've got no control over it. It just comes on. I'll lay down in bed and it'll just, half an hour later, it'll just come on, and I have no say in the matter. It's just like, what is going on? A couple weeks ago, I was quite tired in the evening, so I went to bed and laid down for a little bit. I don't know if this happens to any of you out there, but as soon as I laid down and got comfortable, my body was like, Dave, we got to go pee. And I'm like, no, we're tired. We just laid down. Can we at least stay here for like half an hour, 45 minutes until I get some of my strength back up, and then we can take a trip to the bathroom. And my body is like, no, we need to go now. So I'm like, oh my gosh. When you have one of those feelings? Well, this was the situation where it's like, I have a bad feeling about this. So I got up anyhow and started on my way to the bathroom, and it just turned into a gong show. Like, as soon as I got 12 inches from the toilet, everything went big freeze. And it's one of those freezes where, you get up on your tippy toes. You can't walk around flat foot anymore. You're just like walking like almost like a ballerina. And you're like right up against the wall. I was right up against the cupboards in the bathroom. And I was 12 inches from the toilet and I couldn't get there. Like, I was like, I could see in my mind what I needed my body to do, but it just wouldn't go. And after about like 5 or 10 minutes, I'm like, I better call Haley and get a chair because I'm either going pee or I'm going down. And the freezing was really bad. Once she got the chair tucked in behind me, I couldn't get down into the chair. I had to tell her to pull my shirt down, and that was the only way I could get down. And when you get off your tiptoes and you're coming down, it hurts so much in my calf muscles. It was just like, oh my goodness. So I sat there for like 10 minutes, and then I was able to summon enough energy to get onto the toilet and go pee, which was really a big relief. Oh, okay. To call Haley, she had put a emergency call button by the toilet about a year or two ago, and it was one of those moments where it's like, okay, when I push the button, is somebody going to come? Are the batteries still going to work? And I didn't hear the gong go off, but thankfully she did, and she came, and that's when she pulled me down by my shirt onto the chair, and it was just, I could feel it was going to be a bad trip back to the bed because my arm had gone up like this, and now it had gone like completely straight, and it was stuck in that position. And when you're trying to crawl with just like one arm, it's really hard. So it took like half an hour to get back to the bed. It was just one of the most uncomfortable and horrible situations. Yeah, sometimes with Parkinson's disease, I've lost control of my body. Sometimes I feel like an innocent bystander. Quite often with Parkinson's disease, I feel like I'm like having one of those out-of-body experiences where you're hovering around and you're watching yourself and you're just like, what is going on? So it seems like I'm watching a movie. Like sometimes I'm watching a documentary of myself. Other times it's a comedy. Other times it's a horror show. Other times it's a romance. No, it's not one of those. It's like I'm an innocent bystander to what's going on with my body. Like when I say it in my mind, body get up, get off the floor, I should be able to get up. But I can't, no matter how hard I think about it and send that signals down to my legs, down to my arms and my hands. It's like my body's just like, no, we didn't even get the message. We have no idea what you're talking about. Like, legs report that they haven't received the signal to get up, so they're not going to get up. But it's like, no, I sent the signal down. I sent the signal down to my legs to move. And legs are like, no, we didn't, still not getting it. It's like when you hear one of those things, like when you envision something so clearly in your mind, it can happen. Like you can like make things happen just by thinking about it. It's like, no, that doesn't apply in the Parkinson's world. That is a lie that someone's hatched up to say, oh, if you think about having enough money, you'll have enough money. And it's like, well, how come that doesn't work with Parkinson's? How come I feel like I'm on the outside looking in? Why can't I take a step? Why can't I make it to the front door? Why can't I get a coffee now? I was able to get one 10 minutes ago. These are the moments when I just want to laugh out loud and say, okay, I'm going to be honest. I do it myself sometimes. I do it with this t-shirt. Do what you can do, okay? I'm guilty here. I do this. People will say, have a positive mental attitude. That will help. And I just want to say, have a positive mental attitude. What are you out of your mind? I've crawled to the kitchen. I'm sitting on the floor and I'm having my breakfast in front of the fridge door. And you want me to have a positive mental attitude? Are you out of your mind? If I could get off the floor, I would punch you in the nose and I would be okay with it. But I can't get off the floor. So can you see the irony of the situation? This really sucks. And I know I'm guilty of this. I know I say to have a positive mental attitude. But sometimes it's just like the situation seems so overwhelming that having a positive mental attitude is very, very difficult. And at times nearly impossible. Are things going to get better? Really, the only way I know how to answer that is with the truth. Probably not. Parkinson's is a progressive, debilitating disease, and it only seems to move in one direction, slightly down a little bit every day. Is it going to get better? Well, not unless they find a cure. And how close are they to a cure? Well, we don't really know. Right now, it seems pretty far. I will likely have to battle this disease the rest of my life, just like everybody else with Parkinson's disease does every day. And good job, PD Warriors. Don't give up. Keep a positive mental... Okay, I didn't say it. Okay, yeah, I did. Keep a positive mental attitude. Okay, tongue in cheek. Don't shoot the messenger. But likely for the foreseeable future, a magical cure is likely not going to happen. And this is where we need to have discernment and just think about things a little bit, because there is so much disinformation out there about Parkinson's. Like, I do my best to debunk something if possible. People have asked me about a lot of things and I haven't brought them to the channel because when I look into them, I'm just like, I don't know, that doesn't seem like it has a lot of promise. You know, when you're looking at new information, when you're looking at what seems to be like the next big thing or the next great thing, take time to check it out. Do your own research. Check the sources. Where did this come from? What do other people talk about it? What do other people think? Has anybody ever tried it? Be careful what you put into your body. I know this isn't the most positive video I've made about Parkinson's disease, but sometimes this is what Parkinson's disease looks like. This is the reality of the situation. So what am I supposed to do? Hide and fake a positive mental attitude? I'm sorry, guys. Or just deal with the truth as it is. Like, just be truthful to myself and say, you know what? Over the next 7 days, there's a good possibility 3 or 4 of them might not be so good. And I'm going to accept that reality because I really don't have a choice. I feel that accepting the truth as it stands gives me the best chance every day. And everyone, let me know what option you would choose and leave it in the comments below. I would really like to know what you have to say. Thank you for watching and supporting this channel. Thank you for taking this journey together. I really appreciate all of you. Have a good day. I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.